The saying, "the eyes are the windows to the soul," has roots in ancient philosophy. Cicero and Plato touched on this concept, while Shakespeare popularized it with poetic weight. But it isn't just poetic fluff, it's an ancient truth wrapped in metaphor, masking a deeply biological, psychological, and even metaphysical reality. To biological truth, the nervous system in the eyes. The eyes are neurologically hardwired into the brain. The optic nerve is an extension of the brain itself, not just a messenger, but a living thread of perception. Pupil dilation is controlled by the autonomic nervous system. This means your pupils dilate when you're attracted to someone, when you're scared, when you're stimulated, or when you're emotionally moved. You cannot fake this. You can fake words, you can fake a smile, but your pupils will betray you every single time. The soul leaks through biology. 3. Psychological exposure, what we see in the gaze. Direct eye contact creates something called limbic resonance, a neural phenomenon where two people's emotional states sync up. Children who were emotionally neglected often avoid eye contact because the gaze of another person feels too intimate, too revealing. Liars often overcompensate or avoid your gaze entirely, because deep down they know the eyes will reveal the dissonance. You can sense shame, you can sense truth, you can sense lust, you can sense grief, and it's not mystical, it's limbic mirroring. You're reading subtle muscle movements, pupil shifts, blink rates, all processed by your subconscious. IV, eye behavior and soul alignment. Let's break it down clearly. When someone's pupils are dilated, that often means interest or arousal. On a soul level, it shows a longing for connection or desire. When someone's eyes dart around the room, psychologically, that signals anxiety or guilt. On a soul level, that's internal fragmentation trying to hold itself together. When someone stares at you, frozen, that's often a trauma response. On the soul level, it could mean dissociation or an attempt to assert power because they feel powerless. A slow, relaxed blink usually means trust and calm. The soul is telling you, I feel safe. But when tears fall and the rest of the face doesn't move, that's a deep emotional shutdown. The soul is grieving, but it's lost its voice. Why eye contact feels intimate or unsafe. Eye contact activates the amygdala, the brain's threat detection system. That's why some people get deeply uncomfortable. They fear being seen through. In romantic relationships, prolonged eye contact builds intimacy faster than touch. It creates a kind of emotional exposure that can't be recreated any other way. In trauma recovery, therapists use eye contact carefully because too much can cause dissociation. When someone has learned to survive by not being seen, suddenly being seen can feel like danger. VI, sociopathy and the dead eye phenomenon. Some individuals have what we call flat eyes. No mirroring, no warmth. This isn't always sociopathy, but in some cases it is. A lack of empathy dulls the micro expressions in the eyes. An absence of mirror neurons means they don't reflect the emotional states of others. Their eyes don't pull you in. They either feel predatory or completely absent, and you can feel it, not because it's mystical, but because your nervous system can't find rhythm with theirs. SIP, eyes in spiritual traditions. In many spiritual traditions, the eyes are considered a sacred gate. In Christianity, scripture says, the eye is the lamp of the body. In Sufism, the gaze is seen as a divine connector, a way to feel the soul of another. In some indigenous cultures, holding a gaze too long is seen as spirit invading, an energetic violation. In all these traditions, one truth remains: the eyes are not just for seeing, they are a channel to be seen through. 8. Eye contact in love and conflict. In love, long and soft gazes say, I see you and I'm not afraid of what I see. In conflict, tense and locked stares say, I need to win. I need dominance. I'm afraid of losing power. In manipulation, unblinking, intense gazes are used to disorient. It's how narcissists hijack your focus and weaken your resistance. How someone looks at you reveals how they experience their own soul and how they interpret yours. IX, trauma, eye contact, and healing. Survivors of abuse often avoid eye contact because being seen feels unsafe. But in true healing, when someone reclaims their body, their boundaries, and their identity, eye contact starts to return. And that return says something powerful. I can sit in my body again. I can let someone see me. I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm relating. X. Final truth. The eyes don't lie because they can't. They're not controlled by the ego. They are the last part of you tethered to your truth. Even when your words betray your soul, your eyes still try to whisper it. If you want to know someone's soul, look at their eyes. But more importantly, if you want someone to know your soul, dare to let them look into yours.